Have you ever had a feeling that we're living in a weird movie? I have this feeling for quite a while, and I would add to it that it's not just one movie, but three movies combined. So let's get right into it. What's up, everybody? You're watching Hustle for Life, and today we're gonna have a little discussion about which movie or what combination of movies we are living in. And I would kick it off with the good old George Orwell's 1984 because I think a year or two ago I already read somewhere that basically 90% of the book or movie is reality, like all the cameras outside and pre-crime issues, propaganda. I think the most uh, felt right now issue is that you need to prove that you're not sick, right? Like you're not just healthy. Everybody assumes you're sick. You need to prove your status. You're not okay. Yeah, like they're pushing on you something which might or might not be true, but the presumption of innocence is no longer valid, right? You need to prove something to somebody if you wanna do basically anything. So, on that note, George Orwell's book, yeah, he missed it few decades, but we're living it effectively already. The next one might be Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, where there is like a very high-tech evolved society living in kinda citadels or cities that are surrounded by natural parks and jungle. And in that jungle there is also some kind of population or civilization, hard to say, but they walk around almost naked and have zero technology. It's like the two extremes, right? And the plot is that a girl from the high-tech world somehow meets somebody from the jungle and fell in love with him. Then she realizes how fake the world she's living in is and stops taking the medicaments. They call it soma, some drug that makes you happy if you take a little, and if you take a lot you almost depart that reality and you're living in a dream. So we see kind of like beginnings of this happening, like homeless people in the forests having no electricity, and on the other hand other people that can't take their eyes off the screen and they're constantly just on their phones and things like that. And when you combine these two movies and add on the upcoming metaverse and virtual reality, you end up almost like something like Matrix. So the third one that I would like to mention is actually Matrix. It's not that we would be living in some sort of liquid containers and flying robots would suck out our life energy or life force. We're gonna basically put ourselves into a matrix voluntarily while still interacting in the normal world, but more and more we're gonna be spending time in the virtual space. I actually never tried those virtual reality glass or goggles. Some people say that your eyes hurt after a while and it's not really comfortable, but it's in its beginning stage, right? So every technology gets better over time. And what do you think is the next step? The next step is to close your eyes and have something projected to you like a dream, you know? So maybe Elon's Neuralink is that next technological step, so you can really exist in this metaverse without some other side effects or issues, you know? Like, once you don't need to use eyes in order to see, that's basically what you do when you're dreaming, right? So they just need to find out how to hijack your dreams, and effectively we'll become in Matrix, right? The next thing is metaverse, you know, like the cheapest plot of land on metaverse costs like apartment in Eastern Europe, you know, like you can basically buy a place to live, or you buy some sort of virtual space where you may or may not be able to put some advertisement or something in the future and make a living from that, right? Everything's possible. I mean, I doubt that metaverse will go to zero. I think there is a big potential in it, but you know, as long as you can interact with these things voluntarily and freely, I have nothing against it. But who is building these big projects, you know? It's Facebook, it's Tesla, and do they have your best interest in their mind, you know? I wouldn't be counting on that too much. It's definitely good to, you know, have your eye on it and maybe invest a little in these things. Now the market's down, why not buying $100 of that central land or something, you know? Imagine this, you know, with all the technology, like you can 3D print homes now. Soon enough, you will 3D print it from the get-go with all the wires and plumbings, so you will technically need zero labor force. And then you know, like it pops up like mushrooms after the rain, basically. And then you just come in, there must be one socket and some sort of toilet where you sit comfortably on, or you basically just like a bed slash toilet, like merge, you know, like merge. There needs to be constant temperature, one headset, and there you go, you know, like from a small tiny room where you would go crazy, you enter this new sort of world, and you can be whatever you want, you can go wherever you want. Well, that's what they tell you now, but then if you're gonna pay entry everywhere, or you'll need some social score to enter places, it's not gonna be that much fun, right? So, yeah, the future's crazy. So, to end it on some happy note, don't worry, Matrix is just around the corner. It's gonna be crazy, guys. I think there will be like some sort of opposition and Neo, like literally in that movie, you know, like that's where we're heading. If you think otherwise, let me know down in the comments, because this is really interesting topic, and I also choose this topic to talk about because I want to, you know, play with the algorithm a little, and maybe they'll show me to more people. And if not, maybe consider sending this to your grandma. You know, she has a lot of email friends. She'll email this video to other grandmas, and who knows, maybe overnight I'll have like 1,000 subscribers, you know? That would be worth a social experiment, wouldn't you think? Alright, so that's it from me for today, and I see you next time.